Some years ago, I went to a hairdressing salon to make my hair. A guy followed me to the salon and paid for my hair. That was how we became friends. We dated for a while and we got married. And God bless us with 3 boys. Before I met him, I had my own business. Few years after our marriage, my husband had some issue in his business and he has no money left. So I advised him to join me in my business because I have 2 shops and my business was doing very well. So he joined me and everything was going on well, but he was in charge. One day, a lady bought a fairly used phone from us. We do sell new ones and fairly used. When she got back home and found out that the phone was not good, she was supposed to return the phone back to me, but she opened it before returning it back to me. So I refused to collect it. If not that she opened the phone, I was supposed to return it back to my supplier. Then they would change it back for her. But because she opened it, they won't collect the phone from me. Because of that, I did not collect the phone from her. This lady told me that I did not collect the phone from her, that I'm going to see what she will do for me. Since that day, I started having issue with my husband. After some months, someone called my husband's phone and I picked it. It was a lady. He asked me to hand over the phone to the owner. I told her that the owner is my husband. I asked her who she was. She said nothing. She only said I should hand over the phone to my husband. That lady caused more issue for us because I already have 3 children with my husband. I decided to stay despite everything my husband was doing. One day, I decided to go and meet my mother to tell her what has been going on. I asked my husband for transport. This man refused to give me money. Remember, the 2 shops are mine. This whole thing was happening in Cotonou and I was supposed to come to Nigeria to see my mother. So that day when I got to the shop, I took some money and gave it to one of our neighbors to hold for me. I told her that I'm going to pick the money for her in the morning because I want to go to Nigeria to see my mother. I didn't know how my husband heard about it. He collected the money from the neighbor and asked me not to go anywhere. But because of the things he said I did that day, I collected money from someone else and went down to Nigeria to see my mother. Few days later, he came down to Nigeria to apologize. I refused to go back with him. 1 month later, this man got married to another woman. That was how my husband took over my 2 shops and he did not release my children to me. After some months, my brother raised some money for me, so I traveled abroad, although I went by road. One of the nights, some men came from nowhere and do with all the women, including me. By the time I got to my destination, I found out that I was pregnant. But luckily for me, I met a man that truly loves me. He accepted me with the pregnancy and promised to marry me. We have been living together for 10 years now, and no one knows that he's not the father to my son. He has been a good father to my son and also a good man to me. But since then, this man has refused to talk about our marriage. Whenever I talk about our marriage, he will change the topic. Meanwhile, I told him that I'm a widow and I have 3 children already in Nigeria. I didn't want him to know that my children's father is in Cotonou. I love this father so much. I don't want to lose him. I've made a lot of money. I've bought different houses in Nigeria. I've bought plots of land. Last year, this my boyfriend introduced me to one of his friends in Nigeria. Through him, I also bought some plot of land for him. I'll be returning back to Nigeria soon. I'll be thinking of buying 1 or 2 houses for my boyfriend, or even going to a village to build a house for him, because not have a house of his own. Meanwhile, I have so many houses already. Please, I read on your advice. Do you think it's wise for me to go to his village and build a house for him? You think after building this house that he's going to marry me? Although his father has already told me that he's not going to marry me, but he said I should not listen to his father. Secondly, do you think I should tell him the truth about my children's father? It's well with you, my sister. My dearest sister, if you want to build a house for your boyfriend, just do it because you want to do it for a friend. Don't do it because you want him to marry you. Because the truth is that he will not marry you. Both of you have been together for 10 good years. If he had wanted to marry you, he would have done that since. I want to advise you not to build a heart for him, but just put it in your heart that you are just doing it for a friend. Alright? So that if he does not marry you, you won't feel bad. Just see it as a gift you want to give to a friend. So is your choice if you really want to do it for him. And please, it's also important for you to tell him about your children's father. There is no need to keep such a secret from a man you want to marry. Let me leave this matter in the hands of my viewers. My viewers, please, what do you think this lady should do? Drop it in the comment section because she will also be there to read it. Thank you for always watching my video. I love you so much. Don't forget to share this video. See you on my next video. Love is a beautiful thing. Don't get it twisted. Bye.